Hi, welcome to Everything Embedded. In this video, we will talk about virtual machines, or also called as a virtualization of computers, really. In simple words, I think I prefer to use the term virtual machines. So what exactly are virtual machines and why should we even care about them, and what exactly, what are we talking about here? Okay, to explain it in a simple way, if you see on the screen, so I have a window here which displays FreeDOS, which is running the Turbo C compiler. So as you can see, this is running the FreeDOS operating system, which is running the Turbo C compiler, and this one is running Ubuntu. So this is running Ubuntu. Just to launch a window here. So as you can see, this one runs Ubuntu and this one is running MS-DOS. So as you can imagine and as you can guess now, I just own one single computer, which is this iMac, and I am a software developer, so I need access to various operating systems. So if you have seen my past videos, so sometimes I'm building something with Yocto, sometimes I'm building something with Qt, and sometimes I'm building something with Windows 10 really. So I'm not a very rich person, to be honest. Unless you have a very super rich dad. So I just have one single computer, but I prefer to use virtual machines. That's where these virtual machines come in. So instead of buying separate computers, you just have something which is virtual, which you just use them as and when required. So even if you are not a software developer, you may have old games or old applications lying around which you want to use, and if you are using an up-to-date computer, a new one, you can still install this virtual machines of that operating system and just install those products really. Those products, then you can use those products as if nothing has changed for them. So for example, as you see on the screen, I am running the Turbo C compiler in the FreeDOS operating system, and the MS-DOS has its own compilers, has its own tools. Some of the code which I wrote when I was in college, I'm able to run it on MS-DOS. By the way, talking about MS-DOS, I think I wrote a compression utility which was published in the PC magazine in India really, when I think I was about 18 years old, and that was written in MS-DOS using a quick C compiler. So I still have the source code with me lying around somewhere, and sometimes it feels good to go through such tools. So even if you are one of those software developers which you have something which you have written a long time ago, so virtual machines, just in case if you are not aware, I'm pretty much sure most of the software developers these days are aware of virtual machines. So this is what virtual machines are. So where do you get hold of these virtual machines? Okay, it's good to know that I have FreeDOS, I have MS-DOS, I have Ubuntu. Where to get hold of these virtual machines and how to actually run them? So there are two products which are very popular in the world at the moment. One is made by a company called as Vmware. So that's what I am using. So I'll just minimize this. And the other one is called as Virtualbox. So let me go to the website really. So this is the Vmware Player which you can use. You can download the player for free, as I believe, which allows you to run various virtual machines really. So you can go onto the website. I'll put the link in the description. It's a VMware Workstation player which allows you to run the virtual machines. You can download it from here. And if you want to have a free tool, although this is a player is free, you will not be able to create your own virtual machine. But if you want to create your own virtual machines and also want to run them, there is a free product available on the market, absolutely free. It's called Virtualbox. It's made by a company, Oracle. It's made by Oracle. You can download it from Virtualbox. So you can, I'll put the link in the description as well. And what about the actual virtual images themselves? For example, something like Ubuntu, for example, you don't want to spend time in installing Ubuntu on a virtual machine. Where can you get them from? So this is one of, again, which is, sometimes I use this website, osboxes.org, which has virtual machines for most of the operating systems, as you can see here. So you can get it for Android, you can get it for CentOS, Debian, and Linux Lite. I mean, these are some of those things which I've never heard in my life really. Zorin, Sparky Linux, Raspbian, and of course we know Raspbian for the Raspberry Pi. You can download these images for free from here. So for example, let us go to Android x86 and it gives you an option, okay, download the Virtualbox image. So you just download this image and you can, so I also have Virtualbox installed on my Mac. Let me see if I am able to run this. So let's see, just to show you how it looks like. Here it is, Virtualbox. So these two are running in the VMware and this is Virtualbox. So I have a couple of Virtualbox images as well, something MS-DOS or Win98 images which are running in Virtualbox product. So this is the way to, for example, to, you know, even if you are on a modern computer, for example, like a Mac, and if you still want to access either Windows or still want to run old products or old applications, these are very, very good tools to use really. And what else which I wanted to show? So other thing which I wanted to show, I think I already covered OS boxes and the two products, Virtualbox as well as the VMware Workstation Player. But just in case, for example, what if you want to install, create a virtual image of something which you can't find, for example, something for free. So the other way is to, if you have installation CDs for that particular operating system, then it's very easy to create. So for example, in the VMware products, you just go and say, I want to create a new virtual machine, and you just give it the installer disk, it will create the virtual machine for you. So that's how you create a virtual machine. But besides being a developer is useful, what else are these virtual machines used for really? Well, I mean, as you can now imagine, this forms the backbone of cloud computing. So for example, when you are accessing some websites on the internet, they are not actually running on a real computer. Most of the websites are hosted on these virtual machines. So there will be a virtual machine somewhere in the world running somewhere in, maybe in the Google or Microsoft data centers, running this Ubuntu or some other kind of Linux, where the website is hosted and you are accessing it from your house really. So it's not running on a physical computer. Most of the stuff these days are actually run on virtual computers, not on the real one, because it's very easy to update a virtual computer or just update or delete them or take a backup of them rather than actually maintaining a physical computer. So there will be a single physical computer running multiple of these machines, which will be hosting your websites or other stuff. As you can see, this is a very old operating system and this is a pretty much modern operating system. How do you copy the data between these two virtual machines? So there are various other tools which are available. Some of them are free, which is what I am using. I'll try to cover them in the next session, how to easily copy data between two virtual machines, not via the clipboard. There are some other tools and other techniques available. I'll try to cover them in my next video, and I'll just try to keep this video short. Hopefully this is just a short introduction to virtual machines. I hope you will find it useful, and as I suggested, you can go to the Virtualbox website and download the application from there. Even if you're not running Mac, even if you are running Windows, you can get it for Windows as well, and just download some virtual images from the OS Box's website, as I mentioned, and you can start playing with them and see if you like them, like the experience or not. And okay, so I think this should be it for this video, and I hope you like it. So thanks very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you, cheers, and bye bye.